first question is, what is marine environment? Marine environment is a shipping which transport about 90% of global trade, statistically the least environmentally damaging mode of transport when its product value is taken into consideration. For example, the vast quantity of grain required to make the world's daily bread could not be transported any other way than by ship. Moreover, set against land-based industry, shipping is overall a comparatively minor contributor to marine pollution from human activities. Second question is, what are the major sources of marine pollution and its impact hazard to human, animals, and shipping industry? Marine pollution is a combination of chemicals and trash, most of which came from land sources and is washed or blown into the ocean. This pollution results in damage to the environment, to the health of all organisms, and to economic structures worldwide. Example of major sources of marine pollution is water pollution, chemical pollution, plastic pollution, sound pollution, and etc. And all I've mentioned has an impact to humans, animals, and shipping industry. Because to human and animals, it affects the surface, interfering with the oxygen exchange between the sea and the atmosphere. And also, elements are mostly toxic and can enter into the food chain. It interferes also with the recreational uses of beaches, blanket the seabeds, interfering with the growth of marine life. For shipping industry, it can cause collision, grounding or accidentally discharge, operational discharge, ballasting and deballasting, and etc. Third question is, explain the Marpol Convention history when it was adopted, entered into force, and its objectives, including all the regulation of Marpol Annex 1 to 6. The International Convention for the Prevention of Pollution from Ships, or Marpol Convention, is the main international convention covering prevention of pollution of the marine environment by ships from operational or accidental causes. The Marpol Convention was adopted on November 2, 1973 at IMO. The Protocol of 1978 was adopted in response to a spate of tanker accidents in 1976 and 1977. The convention includes regulations aimed at preventing and minimizing pollution from ships, both accidental pollution and that from routine operation, and currently includes 6 technical annexes. The combined instrument entered into force on October 2, 1983. In 1997, protocol was adopted to amend the convention and the new Annex 6 was added, which entered into force on May 19, 2005. MARPOL has been updated by amendments through the years. Annex 1, Regulation for the Prevention of Pollution by Oil. Annex 1 came into force on October 2, 1983 and contains conditions for discharge of mixtures containing oil and also requirements applicable to the construction and equipment of tankers larger than 150 gross tons and other ships larger than 400 gross tons. Annex 2, Regulation for the Control of Pollution by Noxious Liquid Substance in Bulk. Annex 2 came into force on April 6, 1987 and contains discharge conditions for 4 categories of noxious liquids, noxious substance rather, and requirements applicable to the construction and equipment of ships carrying such substances. Annex 3. Regulation for prevention of pollution by harmful substances carried by sea in package form. Annex 3 came into force on July 1, 1992. Contains requirements for safe handling of packaged substances that represent a serious risk to the environment. Annex 4. Regulation for prevention of pollution by sewage. This regulation contains requirement for survey and certification of sewage system and impose operational restriction regarding sewage discharge. Annex 4 entered into force on September 27, 2003. Annex 5. Regulations for prevention of pollution by garbage. Annex 5 came into force on December 31, 1988 and contains requirements relating to the disposal of all types of food. Annex 6. Regulation for the prevention of air pollution from ships. Annex 6 came into force on May 19, 2005, governs the control of the discharge of noxious substance from ships' diesels.